All right, guys. One more video coming your way about the West Virginia versus Barnette court case. Question number 5 is the biggest question. It's the one you have to do. And I know for a lot of you, it is a very intimidating question. And I totally get that. I'm going to show you an answer that I got from a student last year. And more importantly than anything, I don't want you to feel like you have to duplicate this question, but I want you to start thinking about how to answer a question like this. Because what it's saying is, do you agree more with this justice or the other justice? Do you agree more with Justice Frankfurter or Justice Jackson, and why? Now, the first thing I want to focus on, and I know you guys have all watched my video on this court case, and I know that you guys have read this article, and I know you've read these questions. And this video is just to help you answer question 5. What I want you to really focus on is that we have a very short topic sentence. I think we need to stop trying to explain our answers in one large sentence. We need to make our topic sentence a claim. And what this student is claiming here is, I agree with Justice Jackson, period. Notice how they're not trying to answer the question in one sentence. They are simply stating the topic or the claim, which is, I agree with Justice Jackson. The student then goes on to say, he is saying several things in this case. And that's true. The first is that we can't force people to pledge, and then it says officials could act to promote national unity through patriotic ceremonies. However, they could not use compulsion of this kind employed to enforce compliance. So this is the first quote that this person uses. Now, these quotes are available to you in the article, and they're also all taken out of the article and then put together in a docs file as well that you'll find in my Google Classroom. And it says something like help with questions 1 and 5. And if you go there, you'll notice that all of the quotes that you could use to answer question number 1 and all of the quotes that you can use to answer question 5 are there for you. Now, what I would do is I would copy and paste those quotes onto your document when you're working on the questions. You will create your own topic sentence, and then you can copy and paste those quotes on there while explaining each quote. And that's what this person did in this example essay. So let's move on, because the first thing that this person says is, the first thing is that we can't force people to pledge allegiance, okay? And I'll even put that in here. Then you'll notice the person goes on. Jackson also focused on the idea that fundamental rights cannot be taken away even by the majority. And then this student goes on to explain using a quote. Here he says, one's right to life, liberty, and property, to free speech, a free press, freedom of worship and assembly, and other fundamental rights may not be submitted to a vote. They depend on the outcome of no elections. Now, what I want you guys to keep in mind about this is that this is basically your topic sentence. You talk about something, you copy and paste a quote. You talk about another aspect of it, you copy and paste a quote. And then this person talks about a third aspect of this question. Now, I don't want you guys to worry about this. Your answers don't have to be this big. This is, exceeds the standard answer. Okay. He is also saying that we cannot tell people what to think. And then again, there is another quote. No official, high or petty, can prescribe what shall be orthodox in politics, nationalism, religion, and other matters of opinion, or force citizens to confess by word or act their faith therein. Again, this is a quote directly from the article. It's placed here to support this right here. He is also saying that we cannot tell people what to think. Okay? So, I hope this is helpful for you guys. Remember, the short topic sentence, you're going to pick maybe one or two of the quotes that you think are important. You're going to explain the quote and then put the quote into your answer. Maybe you'll explain another part of the quote from Jackson's viewpoint and then put the quote in there. Now, one thing I didn't talk about is answering Justice Frankfurter's opinion. If you're somebody who supports Justice Frankfurter, that's awesome. You are not going to be graded on which side you pick. You're only going to be graded on how well you articulate or write about your side. So whatever your opinion is about who's right in this case, whether it's Justice Frankfurter or Justice Jackson, that's your choice. What you're assessed on is not who you support, but how you support that opinion in writing. Okay? So feel free to take a look at this video. Feel free to look at it a couple times. I think if you listen to what I have to say and then you start with a simple topic sentence and you go on from there, you'll be able to tackle this, but it might take a little time. If you want to just work on one question at a time and then send me that one question at a time and have me give you individual feedback, I am more than happy to do that. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you guys are able to complete these questions and get them to me so that I can give you feedback. And I think that you'll find once we do a couple of these questions together, they'll get easier and easier. Thanks again for listening in.